Alden.
Hi, I'm Francis. Welcome back.
Yeah, and today we have a new special guest. Could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hello, my name is Kelly Chang. I'm the director of the International Bilingual Education and the English Teaching Programs in Fulbright, Taiwan.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
We are curious, what does a day in the life of Kelly look like?
It's kind of hard to describe because about 30% of my time will be visiting sites, traveling, attending conference overseas, or visiting our grantees. Yeah. And other times in the office, I have a very strong staff in the office, and we need to support our grantees who are about, the number is 240 teaching assistants over in Taiwan, and plus 20 advisors. So we have to support them with some administrative work and some urgent matters. So it's quite a busy schedule daily.
Hearing the number 240 grantees, that's really grown since I was here in 2018, 2019. With your career with Fulbright, how can you just share a little bit about that? Like, what led you to Fulbright Taiwan? What is your passion for it? Like, what is your belief?
Okay, great. Thank you, Francis. This is my 15th year in Taiwan, was Fulbright Taiwan. And my previous job is in the international office in National Taiwan University. And I think my favor or my hope is to engage my career with international affairs. So this is what I love to do. And I think it's valuable to support the educators, especially for primary school education. And then now we are extending to the higher education for English language learning. And I think it's important to facilitate the dialogues and communication between people. And the language is a perfect medium for us to use. So I think I'm kind of like what I'm doing right now, and helping the students or educators to learn the language better in order to know more about the world.
What are some of your favorite aspects about like living here in Taiwan and working with the program? Like, what is your favorite?
I think as a director, most of my time I involve is to learn and to catch what's the most needed part that we need to add on to our program. So planning is the part I work closely with my team. So we think ahead, and then we talk to people, and then we try to find how to improve the program, how to support our grantee better. Instead of only doing the administrative routine work, I think my position is very important to enrich the content of the program. In enriching the programs, I think we can help the grantee to gain a better experience in Taiwan. And then they can also grow themselves professionally and personally. This will become a very memorable part in their life.
So you mentioned you were with Fulbright for 15 years. You've seen a lot of growth, I'm sure. How it's grown besides just numbers? Like, what have you noticed in the past 15 years in terms of just like Fulbright Taiwan itself?
I think that's a very good question, because I believe the number is just a side of it. It's just naturally happened, because when people needs and when the cooperation happened, it grows. We did not intend it to make it happen. But I think the biggest growth I observe from these years is the the content and the training we provide to the grantees, and also the cooperation we engage with Taiwan educators, universities, schools, and the school and the universities in the States. And I am able to meet with those people and make this platform for friendship. Those content and those events help our grantees and also help our partners to learn more about Taiwan, to learn more about the States.
Great. Thanks for sharing.
Nice, very nice. And so for the duration of this program, you've mostly been speaking English with grantees and folks in the in the office. So what I am curious about is how did you start learning English?
That was something very interestingly related to my job right now, as related to English teaching and the learning. When I was in a young age, I started to learn English in a cram school. My parents sent me to a cram school.
Everyone.
and they have foreign teachers. And I remember one of my teacher who's a male, just like Alden and Francis. And he was very handsome, just like you. And I tried to perform very well, very impressive. So I remember the first long words I memorized is Republic of China. Oh, it's very long for young kids. So I memorized that and speak that to my teacher. I still remember. So I was thinking that in-person learning is very important to motivate students, no matter which age. That has an immediate effect and influence to the language learner.
You're here at NCU. You shared your story about learning English. Do you have any advice or advice for university students who will soon go out to the world, right? And so, you came to visit. And let's share some advice for our students.
According to my past experience in learning English, I think it really opened many doors for my life, personally and professionally. I think if you have a time to invest yourself in learning English, that can bring you very colorful life. You can visit different countries and meet different people and learn their culture. I think there are challenges, especially during this time of the world. But I think we cannot stop thinking about communicate with other people or try to foster our relationship with the people who are different than us. So I think that is what can make our life better. It's an opportunity. So you can try to use that key to open the doors and to look for the things that you are interested and you will be amazed about.
Thank you for sharing your advice. That was beautiful, Kelly, to our NCU students and our audience. We're curious, do you have some experience maybe studying in the US?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What are maybe some differences you've noticed, and if you can share some of that?
Okay, I think the major difference I can recall from my memories as a student in the States, I think the major difference is that the teachers or professors in the States, they tend to be very supportive, and you can tell that they want you to be successful. And I really love that part. I wish I'm a educators as well. And I think my job is to support people to become successful. And I think that is what I love to do and enjoy doing.
Yeah, no, that's really great. And then with your experience, Alden, like with professors in the US and your education, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's what I've seen is that there's a lot of different type of teachers in every place that I've been. I've been really lucky to be on this program for like 4 years. And so I've worked with teachers who are very supportive and very hands-on and give the students a lot of energy. I've worked with teachers who are very test-based and very like textbook-based. And in the US, with my professors, I've seen a lot of both in sort of both cases. You know, teachers in high school, some gave us a lot of energy. Others were very textbook. Others were very test-oriented. It really all depends, I would say, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the highlight part I remember is that if a teacher or a professor can assist the students, and that the students still feel that the teachers, they are helping them, then that will create a very good energy for the student to do self-learning, and they can self-motivate. And I think that's a big difference between the students in Taiwan and the students overseas in the States.
Yeah, my experience here working at NCU, we teach our own micro courses, which is something quite unique here at NCU, and I've really enjoyed the micro courses.
Yeah.
And I found that the micro courses have been really successful because these students are signing up by themselves. So the piece about self-motivated comes out very naturally for them. And so while I'm teaching them, I'm thinking of ways to bring that out even more, right? So the first one we did last semester was study abroad. And so all these students eventually applied to study abroad. And so we'd help with like resume, we'd help with interview skills, statement of purpose, and personal statement. And what I've noticed is just they're motivated. They have a purpose, and it isn't just maybe for a grade. But then I've also have given some workshops where it's more just like they're here maybe because their professor said you have to attend one of these workshops, or so it's I've seen both too here in Taiwan, and in my, just like Alden said, in my own experience in the US, I have had experiences where professors are there or teachers are there just to teach and get a paycheck. But then I've also have amazing professors and teachers who've inspired me to also be an educator. And
exactly.
So I see it in both places, but I think currently I'm teaching a like cultural class between like East and West, and I wonder, you know, if that's just due to maybe cultural differences. But I think you can't see it in all places, but maybe
but I think as a important mission for Fulbright Taiwan is that we can bring more Western educators and then try to bring their belief and to motivate the students to learn this way.
I would say that you know, above anything else, I don't really believe this is a Western concept or style of teaching. It's just it's a style of teaching that promotes humanity. It's a style of teaching that promotes the student as the center of the lesson. And while I don't think it belongs to any one country or any one region, those who are able to sort of harness that energy and use it in the classroom are the most successful teachers. And so the more we can promote that, and the more we can get teachers from America or really wherever else can do this, it's that's the way of the future.
Absolutely. And just even with the students here, just getting them to speak. So this semester my class is mostly about speaking, and Alden's about like English testing. And so I mean, Alden does speaking too, but my main objective is to just help them break out of their shell, find strategies, create activities, to just get them to talk more. So recently we had like a speed dating activity where they just like talked to each other and then moved one down one, and so they just had a chance to practice a lot of speaking. We had a debate one time, so just thinking about like ways to get them to talk, but again, like understanding that like what they need, like what the students need, and that like humanity piece, and just helping them bring that out. So I'm really glad that we have this opportunity to be here. Taiwan is amazing. We Alden and I've talked about this many times, but it's it's a really great place, and I'm just happy to contribute and just bring my value to Taiwan.
I would say these past 2 years have been the most transformative of my life. I've learned more in these past 2 years than I've learned ever before, partially from working with Francis here, but also like working with indigenous teachers, but also having the opportunity to see other teachers' lessons. Some of the advisors have really like excellent sessions, and the fact that I've been able to see teaching that is student-centered coming from all these different angles has been such a positive thing for me. And I feel like I've grown as an educator, sort of exponentially as of the past 2 years.
And hopefully you might be back. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Hope so.
Cool. All right, great. Again, thank you, Kelly, for joining us. It was great having you.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
We will catch you all next time on the ChattyAF podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell.
Yes. And comment below.
Yeah, of course.
Thank
you. Boost us in the algorithm.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.